We went to our 20-week ultrasound. She immediately knew that he had a congenital heart condition.
I like to tell my friends about my heart. When I was born, I had a wrong heart.
I got to hold him for about 5 minutes or less, and then they whisked him away to the NICU. It all happened so fast that we didn't even know what to think. And then on his 3rd day alive, they took him and he had his heart surgery.
I have really good doctors that take care of me, really good people. They saved my life.
Wyatt's gone through 3 major open heart surgeries.
I didn't want to go because it's a long ride to Portland from here.
It was really important for us to stay in Maine. We wanted to be close to family, and we also heard what great care we'd have in Maine.
I'm so thankful for my doctors at Maine Medical Center. They helped me stay alive.
He tells us all the time that he has a special heart, and when teachers ask him what's special about him, he very proudly says, "My heart."
I love my scar.
When he's about 15, he'll need another open heart surgery, although we hope by then they can just do it up through his leg as a catheter procedure.
It's kind of the best place. They helped me walk, they helped me do stuff. They were really nice to me.
It doesn't affect him playing, it doesn't affect the way he learns, it doesn't affect how tightly I hug him. You know, he's just a normal little guy.
Hello everybody, I'm Joel Butler. I'm the Chief Medical Officer at Maine Medical Center. Thanks so much for joining us. We just watched Wyatts Story together. It's a really good example of some of the great care that we can give at Maine Medical Center that is particularly done here and is a great resource for the state of Maine. But as I think to the future about this, after watching this story, I see the great opportunities for us to innovate. In this particular example, he had open heart surgery, but in the future, we could imagine in 5 years, 10 years, we approach this problem in a much less invasive way, which is much more patient-centered. Everyone should remember that at Maine Medical Center, we have a 3-part mission. We care for our community, we educate our caregivers for the future, and we research. If you think about innovation, it is one of our key values. So several years ago, we started with our 5 core values at Maine Medical Center and at Maine Health, and then we added a 6th value, and that was innovation. Sometimes when we talk about innovation, it's something that's very tangential in our minds. In fact, people sometimes use the words and don't really understand how it might apply to them. But for many of us, this stuff gets personal. So back about 7 years ago, I had the misfortune of having what we call a carotid dissection, and I needed stents placed. It was really a truly life-altering procedure that had a major impact on my future life. What you're going to see in the next few minutes is a video of Dr. Robert Ecker, one of our neurosurgeons at Maine Medical Center, where he has innovated and is developing a new technology that will allow him to do work within the blood vessels of the brain, removing clots in a safe way that will take people who might have had very significant strokes and actually allow them to be normal. So for all of us, innovation is not always about the other guy or someone else out there who we never know, but it can be about us, and to be in a community where we are lucky enough to have physicians and other care team members who are thinking about innovation, who are doing innovation, and to have a system set up where we encourage it is a pretty remarkable thing. We're incredibly lucky to have that sort of environment here at Maine Medical Center.
My wife came to the top of the stairs and she said, "What are you doing down there?" I spoke to her and it was all garbled because I couldn't speak very well. And she said, "Oh, you're having a stroke." She called the ambulance right away. They had already been in touch with Maine Med, and that by the time we got there, the team would be waiting for me. When they said, "Raise your left arm," I couldn't raise my arm, so I reached over and I grabbed it and I pulled it up like that. The next thing that happened was they started prepping me for surgery. You could see my brain on a screen. They told me, "Don't move because we're inside your brain." They entered through my right femoral artery up into my brain, and they grabbed the clot with this device. This was Dr. Ecker and his team, and it was excellent. And as soon as they removed the clot, all my functions came back. I think I went home after one additional overnight stay. And when I got home, I took a 3-mile walk around my neighborhood. This was a very massive, debilitating stroke. To the best of my knowledge, I don't have any deficits as a result of that stroke. They explained what might have happened had they not gotten the clot out so quickly. It was the speed with which the ambulance got me to the hospital and that Dr. Ecker and his team removed the clot that made all the difference in the world. And it was pretty scary, and I still think about it today. My life could have been a lot different than it is right now.